Shout out to Omaha Steaks for sponsoring this update.
We're now solidly in the holiday season, and that means two things, family and food. If you got a lot of mouths to feed, Omaha Steaks will send you a family gift pack for only $49.99. That's 77% off, which means more money for video games.
Nice. To get it, visit omahasteaks.com and enter promo code THEKNOW in the search bar. Welcome to The Know. I'm Ashley Jenkins.
I'm Mica Burton.
Are video games art? That question has been debated pretty much since video games were a thing, drawing in everyone from gamers to the Smithsonian to Roger Ebert.
But now a new voice has weighed in, and he's got some cred on the issue, Shigeru Miyamoto.
Yes, one of the undisputed living legends of the video game industry, the guy who jammed with Jimmy's band, the guy who created Donkey Kong, Mario, Zelda, a whole host of other characters. That guy said these video games are not art. What?
I beg to differ. I've seen Breath of the Wild. That shit's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
But let's back up and put this in some context.
Miyamoto's been doing a ton of press lately promoting the December 15th release of Super Mario Run for iOS devices. That's why he was playing guitar with the Roots on Jimmy Fallon. It was really cool, okay? I just
beautiful.
like seeing him jam.
He was having such a good time.
Honestly, he's a treasure and we don't deserve him.
We don't. So anyway, in an interview with Glixel as part of his publicity tour, Miyamoto said that he considers his games to be products rather than art.
Here's the quote from the interview. When asked if he considers himself an artist or a designer, Miyamoto said, "I'm a designer. I don't think of myself as creating works. I really think of myself as creating products for people to enjoy. That's why I've always called my games products rather than works of art. It's not about coming up with an idea and trying to make that idea. The work of a planner is to work within the constraints of what you're given and make the best possible thing you can." The thing is, he's not necessarily wrong, depending on how you want to look at the whole thing. I mean, games like Mario and Zelda and Pikmin are products, and people enjoy them, and they've made a lot of money.
But there are lots of other people, like me, who would disagree with Miyamoto, even about his own games. This controversy over whether his games are also artistic expressions has been going on for literally decades. Because you can also enjoy art. Art is there to enjoy, so it's kind of both. I mean, I guess. I don't know. I'm okay.
Well, in recent memory, Roger Ebert, RIP, waded into the debate in 2010 in an essay that basically said video games can't be art because they can be won or lost instead of experienced like a painting or a movie. Although, then you've got Journey, and you've got Abzu, and you've got games that you can't really lose.
Like Final Fantasy 15, it's just an experience, and
In that essay, Ebert famously wrote, "No one in or out of the field has ever been able to cite a game worthy of comparison with the great poets, filmmakers, novelists." What a dick.
This debate actually has some importance because video games usually find themselves on the front lines in censorship battles. Obviously, most parents don't have a problem with Mario or Donkey Kong, but games like Grand Theft Auto get held up by politicians all the time as examples of moral decay or the culprit behind some mass tragedy. This has been real-world consequences. Games can outright get banned or slapped with mature ratings depending on the country.
But as time passes, the argument seems to be shifting in favor of video games being art, which then helps to protect them a little bit.
Yeah. The US Supreme Court ruled a few years ago that video games should be considered an art form and deserve the same First Amendment protections that books, plays, and movies receive.
I mean, even Miyamoto seemed to feel differently a few years ago. And 2 years ago, in an interview, Miyamoto said that creativity is still immature in gaming, pointing to a lack of variety of offerings at E3. Now, that's not the kind of talk you'd expect from someone who just thinks that video games are products that you then put on a shelf and sell, that they have some artistic merit.
Still, society at large seems to be coming around to the idea that video games are more than just killing large amounts of aliens with the biggest guns possible.
Although they're also about killing the largest amounts of aliens with the biggest guns possible.
Or biggest swords possible.
Oh, yes, also that.
Big shit.
In 2012, video games even got their own exhibit celebrating 40 years of gaming at the Smithsonian Museum.
Where does art go? Museums. Industry veteran Chris Milicinos curated the exhibit and argued that video games may be the most immersive medium of all.
He said, "In books, everything is laid before you." That's what he told the Smithsonian Magazine. He's saying, "There's nothing left for you to discover. Video games are the only forms of artistic expression that allow the authoritative voice of the author to remain true while allowing the observer to explore and experiment."
Solid point.
Is a solid point. He's not wrong there.
He's not wrong. An essay in Forbes by writer Nathan Deardoff may have summed it up best. While many games never intend to be art and are just made to make money, he says there are other games with very different goals in mind.
There are video games that intend to suck the player in, chew on their mind, and spit it back out with new experiences, he writes. There are video games that intend to be art and imbue their players with experiences that rival any gained from a Monet or a Mozart.
Yeah.
A Mozart.
A
Just
Mozart.
A Mozart.
A single Mozart. I mean, can you ride around with your bros in a convertible when you look at a Monet painting? No, you have to imagine that, but in Final Fantasy, you can do it.
What are you playing these days, Mica?
Shut up.
One thing is for sure, art or no, there are plenty of self-proclaimed artists who would kill to have created the kind of iconic characters that Miyamoto's come up with.
In his most recent interview, Miyamoto talks about game design almost from a craftsman perspective. That makes sense since he also enjoys building furniture as a hobby.
I mean, who doesn't really?
That's so cute.
No, you know that kind of just makes him Jesus though, right?
Oh, video game Jesus.
Video game Jesus. It's not that I ever said I wanted to make video games, but once I started making them, I said, okay, now that I'm making them, I'm going to make the best video games I can, Miyamoto said in the interview with Glixel. Whatever I was building, video games or not, I'll always approach it as trying to build the best possible thing I can within the framework I'm given.
Sounds like art to me. Art or no, there's no denying that video games have become a dominant medium in the century. They out-earn both the film and music industries, so at the end of the day, maybe the question of whether they're art or not is beside the point.
Because they're still fun regardless of what you call them.
Hell yeah!
What do you think about this age-old debate? Are Mario and Sonic art? Or just a fun way to burn a few hours? Let us know in the comments.
And for future coverage of this, all other video game debates, and any of your deep thinking.
And anytime Mario jams, damn it, and anytime Miyamoto jams with anybody, because like it's great.
Jams. Like this video and subscribe to the Know.
Thanks to Omaha Steaks for sponsoring this update.
The holidays are all about food and family, which is why Omaha Steaks will send you a family gift pack for $49.99. That's 77% off the regular price.
And it's so much stuff.
So
it's
much.
2 filet mignons, 2 top sirloins, 2 boneless pork chops, 4 boneless chicken breasts, a package of meatballs, 4 kielbasa sausages, 4 Omaha Steaks and burgers, 4 potatoes au gratin, 4 caramel apple tartlets, which are amazing, seasonings, plus they decided you still had way too much freezer space. So there's an extra 4 kielbasa sausages for free.
That's a lot of food for $50.
So much food. Trust me, make room in the freezer.
Do it. So just visit omahasteaks.com and use promo code THEKNOW, all one word, in the search bar to bring up the deal.
You did it.
I did it.
Like yesterday.
I did. I ordered it for my parents.
Oh, it's so nice.
Merry Christmas, parents.
It's worth it.
It's so worth it.
Steal the tartlet.
Oh, they're not eating any of them. It's mine.